Yo, what's up, family? Today's encouragement that I want to share with you guys is, waiting on God, like going through that season, that period of life where you're waiting on God, right? And I realized that there was a lot of people who watched that last video that we talked about and picked up a lot of views. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit more, specifically because sometimes in life we feel like we're waiting on God. But what I've learned through my experiences in life is that God is waiting on us. Oftentimes, God has the blessings already ready for us, that it's right here, got our name on it, it's waiting for us to receive it. But we often bump our heads on the same thing and that we're not ready for that next level yet. So he can't give us that blessing prematurely because we're not ready for it. And sometimes we look back at life and we've got the blessing, we've got the experience, we've got the knowledge, the endurance that we needed, and we could look back and say like, man, if I would have got that early, I wouldn't have been ready for it. But sometimes when we're in that moment, we don't stop and think and just say like, what is it that I truly need to be better at in this season? Because I'm waiting on something, I haven't gotten it. There's a reason behind that. What is it that I need to do to be better right now? And that's the question that we have to ask ourselves. What do I need to be better at? What are you trying to show me in this season right now? Do I need to be more obedient? Do I need to be able to be more patient? Do I need to increase my faith? What is it that we need to do in this moment when we're waiting on God? And those are the questions that I want to ask you guys. I want to put those on your mind and say like, what is it that you could be doing right now? What can you be bettering yourself at? Because that's the difference. Because if we just sit in the season and we just wait, we're like, oh God, I'm just waiting on God, waiting for God to come through. We got to do work too. Faith without works is dead. So we could believe all we want that God gonna come through on his time, which he will. But if you can get it sooner by doing your part, we have to do our part. We got to put in the work. We got to be able to put our foot to the ground, to the pavement every day to say, okay, what is it that God want me to do? How can I speed this process up? And sometimes you can't speed it up. But I know for me, when I look at situations, I'm like, okay, what can I do in the situation to make sure I'm learning everything that I need to learn, because I don't want to miss that. You know, I always had that thought in my mind. I remember a pastor said this before, like, there's going to come a time when you're in front of God and it's judgment day, and he say, this is all the stuff that I have for you. But you weren't able, some of the stuff is going to be stuff that we got. But then there's going to be some things that's left on the table that is like, this is what else would I have for you? But your faith wasn't strong enough. Your patience wasn't there. You didn't have enough spiritual endurance to be able to go through these different things. So it's like, in my mind, like, I don't want to be at that point. I wanted to be in a situation where I got everything. And I want you to be in that same situation. I know that y'all feeling the same way. So we got to get everything while we can. So at the end of the day, sometimes we have to change our train of thought to say, oh, I'm waiting on God, to say, no, God waiting on me. I need to graduate. I need to graduate in the way that I think. I need to graduate with the people that I'm hanging around. I need to graduate with my spiritual diet. It's so many different things that we need to do. So in this moment, instead of saying waiting on God, let's change that to say God is waiting on us. What can we do to be better, to be able to graduate and go to that next level? So that's my encouragement that I want to share with y'all today. Hope all is well. To God be the glory. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. You never know who else needs this. But remember, get busy, get active. Don't wait on God. Make sure you do the things that you need to do to graduate and get to that next level in life. To God be the glory. Yeah.